It's going to be interesting to see how Isaac performs today. In the press conference, talking about how his practice rounds haven't been great.
Go, G!
See the angle there, a lot wider for Gannon. Makula back on the birdie train. He's been sitting on some pars.
Gannon's going to take a route not many are qualified to do.
Yeah, you know, it's
not far from putting it in.
It's more common than you think, especially with these conditions, to be able to go up and over, and that was perfectly executed. Once you get big wins out there, you really just can't. You can't play the risk.
Buhr going after the green on 16. Bullseye hit. Buhr with a solid opening round, trying to close out on the last two. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, I've been making jokes. Like, I'm just going to pretend it's a C tier this year because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. But a big reason that I've always kind of struggled at Worlds is I've had a bad round one. And this year we're starting off good. So it's a whole new script, I think, this year. I think the back-to-back rounds at Tampere are going to be very interesting. And for me, round one was maybe the most important round because that way I don't have to battle my way up at Tampere. I can kind of survive and let the birdies come. I've played historically well there in the past, so and it's my favorite course in the world. So I think either way I'm going to have a good time out there. And playing the chase car with some good friends as well. It's going to be some great energy out there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The one treat.
Inside, but it sneaks through enough to give him a look for birdie.
Yeah, that's the advantage of being able to throw a sidearm.
Currently up 31 spots into a tie for 8th.
Oh, very nice by Gannon.
The nose up whatsoever to get over the hill. We could see that eagle, as you just said. Buhr
Go, G!
finding his rhythm. Gannon 3 under in the last 3 holes.
Probably about 15 degrees since the beginning of the day out here.
And almost throwing that in. Gannon has a great approach shot that goes just deep of the bullseye.
Yeah, while Antila was talking, we saw the tee shot of Buhr, which was really well controlled and almost throwing it in. So again, Terry, just slightly off for Gannon. He's inside left. A lot of trees to beat here. A lot of danger. There's a pond that he's got to fly over. And he's nailed it.
He loves it.
As he should.
Oh, he's going to be deep of the pin. And really, 17's tee shot is the lone most dark spot on this entire course. 17's fairway, a little more lit up, and 18, as you can see, wide open. Buhr.
This is
perfect. Perfect, as I like to call it. Gannon right there on the 18th. So Ganon Buhr will get to 17 under, and if so, will likely knock off Anthony Barella from the lead card.
Ganon Buhr, second day in a row now you've had to deal with delays. You had 2 yesterday and 1 long one today. How did it affect you mentally to start your round a couple hours later than expected?
Yeah, I think it ended up being almost 4 hours later. So definitely kind of tough. I mean, I was ready for the round. I got here an hour before my tee time like I usually do, and I was ready to get rolling. And then obviously just went home, took a nap, got some food. So it kind of takes you out of that that mental rhythm, I guess. You know, the grip was kind of weird out there. It was kind of sticky. It was definitely pretty humid, even though it wasn't really hot. So, but overall, I'm pretty pleased.
I'm sorry about that. Buhr ready to tee on the second. Buhr just 1 under on today's round through 7 holes. He's working on 4 consecutive pars at the moment. This is moving slow down just enough. It's usually around 499. I'm starting to pump the brakes on my drive. You know, I don't want to go deep. Ezra clearly needs to learn a little of that touch.
I'd be looking at ace of 499 foothold downhill.
Oh, there's a favorable kick. After the reset, Ganon Buhr connects from one knee, finds the birdie. Gannon follows suit.
I don't know what happened to me in the front nine. I felt like both rounds of the front nine I wasn't that far off, but today was pretty windy in the front nine, so my really good shots felt like they had no reward, especially on those par fours that required 2 insane shots to birdie. So it's like I would throw a shot that was better than my competitors, and then end up kind of getting the same score. Just because they're so valuable to try to get up and down from like 400 feet with like forehands and stuff, with like the grass that's kind of slick and stuff like that. So, but just like I did yesterday, kind of heated up on the back nine. Unfortunately, missed that putt on 18. I'm gonna be thinking about that one for a while, so I'm gonna go and grind some putts right now to make sure I can't miss those. I think I have like 4 C1 misses this event, which just can't happen. So, gonna hopefully feel a bit better going to the Beast. But I was down 7 at one point in the round, so to be back 2 now is obviously with the missed putt still fine. We're just over halfway through the event and going to a course that I've had a little more success scoring at recently. So. I'm feeling good, just going to dial in some things and see how it goes.
And over the years, we've seen big rollaways. In fact, you could see rollaways of up to 100+ feet. That's why you want to do the work off the tee pad. It's just 236. You want to put it right up there in the bullseye. This is what Buhr has done.
Yeah, I knew I was feeling it. I just had to trust my disc and hit that gap. And then I just hit it a little left and it squeaked through. So I was getting some pretty good breaks, honestly, and I was just using that to my advantage and trying to capitalize.
Well, I think it was it the 10th or it was the 11th?
Yeah.
Buhr playing the forehand.
Go, G!
Perfect speed. Looking for a roll, but he needs it to stop, and it's going to get closer to the basket and check up. The perfect amount of roll for him.
Yeah, ideal situation there. Wind is not a factor whatsoever.
Go.
Buhr's asking for it to go. It hits OB, but carries into the safe zone A drop-in birdie coming for Ganon Buhr. He's going to be at 34 under and your leader heading into Championship Sunday.
Solid day out there with all the chaos of the biggest crowd in disc golf history. It's just Saturday. How are you feeling about that round?
It felt good to close how I did. I definitely felt really good about that, and I knew how important that closing stretch is. Obviously, I was having a pretty rough round, only 3 under through 11, which is just not good enough. It's not good enough to win a world championship, simple as that. So I told myself, I can't go down without a fight, and I saw, Anthony shredding, and Sully was playing really good as well. And I'm, a couple strokes back. Obviously, I had holes to play, but they were really tough holes. But I just told myself, I was looking at my card mates on the lead card, Nicolas, Ezra, and Aaron, and none of us really playing that good. So I saw that I had holes to catch up to the leaders, and everyone on my card wasn't playing amazing. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay in my own lane, do my thing, and just throw the shots I know how.
I was just about to call Tipton CTP, and then thankfully I didn't, because they might actually have to step that one off.
Wow. That's going to make it all the way through. That's huge. Not the ideal lane on the right there, but if you can hit it, it's just zooming forward. Look how far Gannon got up on that right side. Incredible. Buhr has thrown in the pond both rounds. Rounds 1 and 4, OB, and they led to bogeys both days.
He's calling for it. Par, and it is. Second shot by Buhr. Does it have enough carry all the way to the pin? Just outside of the circle. It's going to be somewhere in that 14-meter putt area.
Execution needs to be perfect here.
I don't know how you catch him. You put him out there in the middle of circle 2 with a drop off behind after he threw a lackluster or a poor tee shot, and then he converts on the green.
Gentle headwind going to slow this down. It's up.
Down. Spike.
That's got to get down. It's safe. Just outside the bullseye.
It's a hole that these guys practice aggressively going for birdie. And so for Buhr, it'll be interesting to see how he does it. The layup zone is very tight.
It's up and center of the fairway. Buhr will be able to pitch up for a world championship title.
If you're going to make a mistake, you want to juice it just a little bit long. 10 feet long is just fine here. You wouldn't get into the trees.
Is that it? It is. Ganon Buhr to become world champion.
The guy has done everything right. He's said everything right, and he absolutely earned it today. It was not easy. 4th place finish, best of his career.
And to become the 2025 PDGA world champion, Ganon Buhr.
It doesn't feel real. It's the tournament was very odd for me. The whole week I was like just having problems, but getting it done, and I never took myself out of the event. So that was the number one thing. I mean, it'll probably hit me a little bit, but it was just 5 grueling days of stress and anxiety and having to push through. A couple bad breaks here and there, and like I said, my game just not feeling 100%. But I think that's really what you have to do here at the Worlds. You gotta will it in, and was able to do that by 1 stroke.
Your world number 1 and now your world champion. Let's hear it for Ganon Buhr! Thanks for watching the disc golf action right here on YouTube. Smash that like and subscribe button to get more disc golf content baked into your algorithm.